What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 9th day of July. Here we are at about $109.1 thousand, 9 hours, 54 minutes left in the day. And I do believe that we are moving up now. Yes, I do believe that. Now that I've said that, we could probably go down. No, but we had a fake out here on our diamond top, our relative diamond top right here, right? You had a little diamond pattern here. I'm not going to go into the 15-minute time frame, but if we were on the 15-minute time frame, I feel like it looks a little bit more appropriate. We had a little fake out here and then pulled back. This is a busted pattern, and this move here validated that bust. So even though we pulled back here, that should have been the expectation that we would continue to go higher, right? Typically with diamond tops, what you'll see is a fake out in one direction, and then you'll pull through and see that measure move, which should have taking you below this low here. We should have had some type of an M pattern. But the second that you came back up, the second that we went right to where that breakout point was, maybe I should put it on the 15-minute time frame. Let's do that real quick. Let's look at that. The breakout point would have been here, like right there. Okay, the second that we went right back to that breakout point, it invalidated the pattern. And of course, anything can happen. We could have kept going lower. It's very possible that we could have, but likely, you know, whenever you see something like that, you will reverse and then go in the other direction. Now, the pattern is busted, so therefore the measure move is not really applicable here. But if we were to use the measure move, let's just try, you know, from a low point here to a high point there and put it at the breakout point. You know, the measure move would take us up to about $110,000. A broken pattern here, we fell just shy of that. You know, and then we might continue to run up, and I think that we do continue to run up because, you know, there's more than just this pattern going on here. But definitely volatile times, my friends. Volatile times, unpredictable times. Seeing a lot of volume come in on the 1 hour time frame here. Big move up, big rejection down. 53 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. I don't expect this to hold. I think that we are going to continue to build, right? We're looking death in the face here, and we're saying we're going to go higher anyways. We don't care about you, death. We're going to walk right on by, and we're going to head up to the sky here pretty damn soon. But looking at the 1 hour time frame, looking at the 1 hour RSI, I think that we have a nice established uptrend right now. Where yesterday, or maybe I should say last night, I was looking at this as a kind of downtrend. Just relatively speaking right here, lower highs, lower lows right here. Overall, we do have higher lows and higher highs, and a little blemish there. And likely we will continue until we're in the overbought zone. I don't think, in other words, I don't think that we stop here. We could. It is possible. I suppose momentarily we have stopped here. 15-minute time frame also has a nice little higher low kind of situation on the RSI right here, and this would imply that we get a deeper drive. And actually, I was looking at this a second ago. If we're looking at the 15-minute RSI, we zoom way the hell out. We put a line right here where we stopped. Oftentimes, we actually go a little bit above there. So I wouldn't be, and I shouldn't say oftentimes, but there's a good bit of the time whenever we see these extreme pumps that we actually stop a little bit above there. So I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we went up higher. We did have some bearish divergence here, lower highs right here. With the higher highs, bearish divergence playing out right now. It's all done. A lot of volume on the way down, but you were building volume on the way up, and I'm not really too worried about the price here. If we were to go lower, it is possible, you guys, that we could go back down. I mean, maybe for a higher low here at what, like $108,000 just below there. It's very possible. That could happen. But at this moment, I think that we're going to go higher, and let's get into why I think that is. Okay, so typically, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but typically, whenever you have this kind of setup, and it might be more obvious on a 1 hour time frame, when you have this kind of setup of like a W like this, once you break above the central point here, oh, that was not that. You typically don't stop until you're above this high here. So likely we would at least continue to $110,000, 110.5K, something like that, or higher, probably higher, right? Nothing. The expectation here would be not that we stop at this level, but that we stop above it. That's the expectation. And yes, right now it looks like we've stopped here, and I will admit that this is not a good look on the 1 hour time frame. But I think if we zoom out, and I mean, looking at the RSI, looking at the 15-minute time frame, even things do look bullish right now, and it seems we're actually at a point where we'd find support. What we did here, I think, was we broke out of this consolidation phase. Diamond pattern turned into something else, I guess. I don't know what to call that, but maybe it's still a diamond. I don't know. Some kind of consolidation phase. Broke out, back, testing prior resistance for support, and now we're going to continue. That's my assumption there, and we'll see. We'll see if that holds true. But you know, at this point in time, we're flipping back to the upside. 4 hour time frame. 1 hour 50 minutes left. I would like it and who cares what I would like, but I would like it if by the end of this, you know, the next hour and 50 minutes here, if we could come back up and eat back most of this wick on the candlestick there, and essentially keep the idea alive that we are in fact breaking out of this like double bottom kind of W pattern here, right? And it's not necessarily a double bottom because it's just a giant consolidation phase in itself, breaking out of a relative consolidation phase to go ahead and break out of another consolidation phase, and then inevitably going ahead to break out of an even larger consolidation phase, right? All these things, which if you notice too, there is a W here as well, right? And we are very, very close to breaking above this central point as well. And I think that's why we're having such a volatile moment here. Why the price is struggling right here is because this is very key. This is very key, and I think the market makers know that. I think the big dogs in the markets, they're aware of this. We break above 110.5K, you guys. We're not stopping. We're going up pretty damn fast in a very, very short amount of time. The 4-hour RSI to me is very promising. It looks very bullish. Yeah, you're finding support at the 50, moving up, not getting oversold, holding the 40 as support. The trick here again would be to get above 110.5K, to get above there and ideally close above there, and then also to get the RSI to see a higher high instead of this lower high stuff. And I mean, in all fairness, we did see a higher high here, but perhaps we could do you one better. How about getting into the overbought zone? If we can get into the overbought zone and not reject this area before coming back down, I would think that it stands to reason that, you know, today the 9th, tomorrow the 10th, the 11th, whatever, we could be moving up going into the rest of this week. It really could be a good week, which typically, and I did this, I included this in my XRP analysis last night that I did, which was that the full moon actually tends to be a relative high for XRP. Every single full moon that we've had in 2026 or 2025, it's not 2026 yet, 2025, every full moon that we've had has been a relative high for XRP. However significant or insignificant, it's been a relative high. You know, like this, if we're looking at the daily time frame here on Bitcoin, this is a relative high, but it's not that significant, you know, nothing like that. So just because the full moon's coming tomorrow, the 10th, doesn't mean that we have to drop or anything like that. But I remember looking at Bitcoin, it didn't necessarily resemble the same results. It was like 50-50. So I wouldn't be surprised if we kept pumping through the full moon, regardless of what the lunarists are saying. Looking at the daily RSI here, we're also in a very bullish configuration. You know, I was looking at this last night and just really thinking we are so about to break out, you guys. I mean, here, high, rejected down. Here, a lower high, rejected down. Even this little high, you rejected down. Here, we're just doing a little dance, consolidating. It's a lot different behavior. It's differently structured. Finding support at the 50, wrestling with the 60. You should have rejected here, right? 1, 2, 3 times that you found resistance, you should have gone down, but you didn't. You didn't even get below the 50 that much. I think you're about to break out. You're going to see some spectacular growth over the coming days. Today probably, and then going into tomorrow. Look, we're having a little bit of a move up right now. So again, the idea here would be that by the end of this 4-hour candle, hopefully by the time most of you watch this, we're actually eating back this candle and ideally closing above here. Now, if we come all the way back up here and we close here, okay, cool, whatever. You know, the next candle can close. But the goal, I should say, would be to close above about 109.7K. If we can do that, it's going to be a cascade of events that takes place, you guys. There will be a cascade of events that takes place. And if we look at this 30-day liquidation map here, you know, there's a lot of shorts here. I know we've got a little bit right here. That's at 108.4K. That's about $800 away. If we take $800 in the other direction, we're at 109.5K right now. $800 the other direction, that's about 110K right there. $1 billion in shorts will be liquidated. You go the other direction. Is that right? Is that about right? I think that's about right, yeah. 400 million. Not even half of what this would be over here. So $1 billion, billions of dollars after that. Whenever one of the dominoes falls, the rest of them fall. It's the same in the liquidation map as it is in the price charts, right? You break out of one consolidation phase, you'll break out of this consolidation phase, you break out of the larger consolidation phase, and then you break out of the dominant consolidation phase that we've been living in since the end of May there. So I don't really have anything else I want to say. I think I've said everything I need to say. The only thought that I would offer here is that we're going higher. We're going to see new all-time highs and likely going to 121 to 139K. I mean, at this rate, man, it could happen really fast, you guys. It could happen really, really fast. I would think not by the end of this week that we'd be at 121K, but probably sometime next week. That's my assumption. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.